Thinking about DeMarcus Cousins, Clark, when he was selected, people questioned whether he could stay out of trouble. Many doubted that, he could, but he has stayed clean really since day one.
Yeah, going back 5 years ago, a beat writer actually had the audacity to say he would end up in jail at some point. But Cousins has proved him and others wrong.
Now here is Hill, following the miss by DeMarcus Cousins. From deep, and the basket by Hill. Hill's got a couple of threes now in the first for Indiana.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
Parker against Hill. It's Parker with the drive. Hill with some nice D.
Hey, I like creativity and a circus finish as much as anybody. But you better be sure you got a chance to make it.
There's a screen by Williams. Monroe wide open from outside off the mark.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Parker against Hill. Out to Parker. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Parker's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Hill against Parker. Nobody near Gay. Hits it from three-point range.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range. Trading blows from behind the arc.
Now here's Parker. And the rejection by Monroe. Stevenson against Middleton. Stevenson outside. They get the rebound. Now Monroe kicks to Hill. The kick out to Williams. Nailed from three-point land. Williams has got himself on the board with three there.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Middleton dishes to Ibaka. Parker up top. Let's go. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Parker's got 5 points so far. Indiana leading by 4. Outside Hill.
Fights already from long distance.
This up, though.
Now here's Cousins. Parker outside. The three. And it's Gay with the rebound. And it's Indiana's ball. They're on a 14-5 run.
Yeah, and Toronto had a strong season against the East last year. They would end up with 33 wins against their own conference and earn that 4 seed in the East.
And the Raptors did play the other East teams well. Went 500 against the rest of the Eastern Conference playoff teams, too.
And despite that, we know the Raptors had a disappointing playoff run to end the year, but I thought they still showed that they are a power in the East by having another strong season against the conference.
Well, you knew things would be different for Lance Stevenson out of Indiana, but it wasn't in a positive way at all.
Yeah, he really struggled to find a role with Charlotte, the team he signed with. Remember, he was more of the point forward, had the ball in his hands in Indiana. Not the case with Charlotte, and also rumored to be traded all last season.
Now, here is Hill. Wilson Chandler unable to get his shot to go. Gay kicks to Hill. Outside Williams. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Just 5 to shoot. Nobody near Stevenson. Another miss by Stevenson.
You know, for Stevenson, he saw a regression in almost every part of his game last year. Ended up riding the bench down the stretch.
And something we don't see nearly as much as we used to, the finger roll. And for Stevenson, it's really hard to readjust to a new system. I mean, he still has all the tools he had in Indy, so he could be a bounce-back candidate this year and beyond.
Elfrid Payton, he's checked in for the Raptors. Indiana leading by 6. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Dwayne Casey.
He said a big part of their focus defensively will be on trying to contain Rudy Gay, adding, he presents some challenges because he can shoot over the top, and also he's a tremendous finisher inside. We've got to force him to that left hand, but I'm hoping we won't have to double too much because they have plenty of other guys who can knock it down. Kevin, the challenges are full.
Thank you, Doris. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. They set the pick. Middleton with it. Now guarded by Stevenson. Fires from 18. And Payton gets it to go on the assist from Ibaka. Payton's got his first basket. For Indiana, they've gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. The drive by Gay. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws.
And guys, you see how Rudy Gay just exploded last season in the second half. I mean, I think he felt at ease in George Karl's system, and I think that's one reason why you're starting to see just how good Rudy Gay can be.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Joakim Noah's checked in for Cousins. Johnson comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Jody Meeks in for Wilson Chandler. Now here's Middleton. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Gay against Payton. The feed now to Johnson. And there's a whistle that goes against Greg Monroe. That is his first foul of the game. For a long time, critics have gotten on Gay for his lack of efficiency, but he quieted some of those voices, Clark, last year with his play instead.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, across the board, he made nice improvements, not only in his scoring, but also his ability to create shots for others.
Hill has the open look. It's hauled in by the Raptors. This game against Indiana, the first game of the NBA's regular season.
And they rolled over this team last season, beating them every time they faced off.
Not a lot of competition, really. I mean, they're playoff caliber and took care of business against a team that wasn't playoff caliber and maybe still isn't.
Shot clock at 3. For 3, Middleton. Another miss by Middleton.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
Now here's Williams. Gay passes to Williams. Stevenson drives in. Noah with the block. And they get it back. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
A moment here to see some numbers for Payton. How he performed last season. Last season put up about 9 points a game. 6 assists and 4 rebounds. And he's very steady with that second unit, running the offense and getting them into their sets.
Right. I mean, your backup point guard simply has to hold the fort, maintain the status quo, share the basketball, and minimize mistakes.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Stevenson with it. Now Payton defending. Let's go. And that one's good by Stevenson. And Indiana leads by 11.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Hill against Payton. Dishes it to Meeks. To the left wing. Noah the screen. Here's Payton. And that one goes long.
Oh, tight defense being played right there. Got right up on him and forced the miss.
Textbook work. Close enough to bother the shot. Good challenge, but disciplined enough to avoid too much contact.
And here they go. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was.
Got it! Oh, got it! What a shot!
Wow, what a miracle heave to finish off the quarter. How'd he get that one to go?
I don't know, but I think that's a 2% shot. He'd make 2 out of 100 of those if you gave him to him.
And Serge Ibaka, becoming known for his shooting ability now. He talked about the confident.
He trusts you every time.
Well, if you wonder how much difference a coach can make for a player, there it is. Huh?
You You heard it in Serge's voice, too. That confidence has already been planted in him. That voice telling him, shoot the ball, is now in his own head. He's going to be just fine.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we have seen from Indiana. What do you think?
I tell you what, the scoring has come in threes for the most part here so far.
Every time down the floor, it seems they're knocking down the triple.
We've got Wilson Chandler, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Ibaka. Then it's Jody Meeks, and it's Parker in at the point guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. And Stevenson kicks to Gay. The kick out to Williams. From deep, Stevenson. Here's Hill. The dish to Monroe. Stevenson outside. And another shot. Toronto grabs the miss. Meeks dishes to Parker. The shot by Chandler, wide open. They get it again. Count that one. The Indiana lead has been cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from DeMarcus Cousins.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
Stevenson kicks to Monroe, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the champ.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Gay comes over with a double team, and Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Cousins, the pass to Meeks. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Tipped away. Shot they say it was last touched by Hill. Five to shoot. Chandler inside the line, and there are the Raptors with another bucket.
Man, it's hard not to marvel at and admire a shot like that from Chandler. You know, when I think of Wilson Chandler, what comes to mind is supreme athleticism. He can throw it down with the best of them, and yet he's still working on the other areas of his game to be more well-rounded.
Parker dishes to Chandler. Passes it to Meeks. Three-pointer. Shot is off. And Indiana will go the other way with it. And with that shot, the Indiana lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from DeMarcus Cousins. Indiana's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. You know, back to Wilson Chandler, he's somewhat of a wild card. One of the few guys to go overseas. Remember, Greg, during that NBA lockout in 2011, he signed to play for China and didn't negotiate an out clause when he signed.
Yeah, and truth is, Chandler's one of those guys who can give you some solid minutes, but you hope at some point that he gets serious and commits to reaching his full potential. And Lance Stevenson really couldn't find minutes in Charlotte last season. Ended up sitting out a lot of games as a DNP CD. Not the start he wanted with the new team.
And Chandler, here we go. Can't hit from in close.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Hill with it. He's picked up by Parker. Really left alone that time. And it's 8 points for Rudy Gay. And for